When you receive Jesus Christ, you entered into a world of faith. Let's talk about it. Hello, this is Brother Kevin. I'd like to welcome you to our sixth foundational series. We call it 6FT for short, and we're going to continue with faith towards God. Now, in the last video, I shared with you really faith towards God, where it lines up with conversion or what you have to do to be converted. And that's how I share that. But I want to make it clear that faith really covers the whole spectrum of our Christian life and experience. So we're going to take this video and just show you some of the things that your faith will cover. It'll be a whole lot more, but at least you can go ahead and whet your thirst on this. Now, talking about faith, look at the areas that faith will cover, starting first with your salvation or conversion, divine healing, provision, deliverance, forgiveness, protection, and ministry. And this is just really the beginning of your walk, certainly not all the areas. And I just want to share with you, as you walk, there will be no place where your faith doesn't go in your journey. Romans 10:10. For with the heart one believes unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. The word of God must enter the heart and work its way through the mouth. James 2:18. But someone will say, you have faith and I have works. Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. But do you want to know, O foolish man, that faith without works is dead? Now, the next step for real faith is fruit bearing. Our actions will demonstrate where our faith really is. Now, as you can see, when you are moving on any level of faith, when you hear the word of God, it must move into your heart to take that first action of faith, which is to believe. And then it has to work its way out of your mouth, which is the second step. I call this the heart and mouth concept. And it's everywhere in the New Testament, particularly when Jesus does teaching. And we're going to get into the prayer of faith uh, later on down the road, and you're going to see just how important this concept is. I hate to use the word concept. I really should say revelation. But anyway, your faith has to cover all these different areas. These are not all separate areas. These areas are all to be fulfilled by your faith in Jesus. It's just that the first one was for your salvation, giving your life to Christ. But you'll need it for divine healing if you're sick. You'll need it for protection. You'll need it for direction. You'll need it for forgiveness and relationships. Trust me, it takes faith to be able to maintain healthy relationships. You'll need it for provision. In fact, there is nothing that your faith won't cover. What's going to give you the anchor, though, is the promises. This is what it says in 2 Peter, the first chapter. It says that God, having given us great exceeding precious promises, that by these, the promises, you may have access to the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. So if you want to access God's characteristics, you have to access it by faith on the promises. That's the connection. So the word has to be heard first. It has to enter into the heart. It has to come out of the mouth, and it has to be worked out into your actions. Now, James takes a very strict approach to faith. I like James because he's no nonsense. James basically says this: if you have faith, it'll be demonstrated in your deeds. If you don't have faith, it's not going to be demonstrated. It's just going to be empty words. Now, I'm not saying that faith is works. I'm saying to you that true faith, by the grace of God, produces fruit or produces works as a byproduct. And you need to understand that that byproduct is what we live by. The just or the righteous ones shall live by their faith. And we're not just talking about receiving things, getting things, and we're talking about the way you live 24 hours a day. It's based on Jesus Christ and nothing else. So as we go through this series, I'm going to take a few of these at a time. Now, we took conversion and salvation on the first video, but I'm going to take some of these, and then we're going to go into the ministry section. And when I get into the ministry section, that's when I'm going to introduce you to the prayer of faith. So please stay tuned. We have a whole lot of area to cover. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.